Okay, let us start. So today will be the introductory class of the Verilog. Then we will move to the concept of why we need Verilog. So so now today will be, as you know that it will be the first class. So now for the Verilog, before we move for a Verilog, let us learn why we need to learn this language. Okay. See, we have in engineering, if you remember, C you have learned, correct? Then if you remember, in the second year of engineering, you have learned CP. Okay, and some may have the Java background, correct? So we have learned this many languages. Still, what was the necessary for you to learn a new language called Verilog? Correct. See, if I learned one new language, there should be some reason, correct? What was your problem? What problem you have faced? So what you cannot do in C or CPP or Java, okay? So that you need to learn a new language, correct? Maybe HDL, VHDL. We have learned many languages, correct? What was the necessary for you that you want a new language? Okay, so we'll understand one by one. Now, see how you know the C language. What is the need of a C language? What the C language will do? Hmm. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll make a one table for you so that you'll get a clear idea. Now, in the software side, software people, they have a one language called C language, correct? And then if you remember, they had some language called CPP, correct? And then if you remember, they have one more language called Java. And we hardware people, we have a language called what? Verilog. Okay, I'll be just writing a short name, SystemVerilog and UVM. See, why you have a Verilog C language for software? For our hardware people, we have Verilog as a base. Okay, what is C language? C is a static language. Static language. And what about the V? V is also a static language. Now we need to understand what is what is static language. Okay. Now, with the help of C, can you develop an AND gate? Write a one code for an AND gate in C language. NAND gate, OR gate. So what is your understanding by that? C is a language only for if we cannot produce what hardware. And what about the Verilog language? It will produce your digital circuits. Example, we can call maybe Verilog, maybe AND gate, NAND gate, NOR gate. Okay. For any of our electronic circuits, what happens? Digital will be the base, correct? You need to have a AND gate, NAND gate, NOR gate kind of a final thing, correct? That can you develop with the help of C language? No, we cannot. So that was the reason we need have a one more new language, which is a hardware language. That name is called what? Verilog. And C language is a static language, correct? And here Verilog is also a static language. Now we will understand what is static, what is dynamic. Okay. So that I'll give you an answer. Now, one more thing, you have a C language, correct? Why do you need one more new language called CP? So why you need OOPS? What was your problem in a C language? See, when you go for a new language introduction, you need to know you need to understand what is your problem with an existing language, correct? Then only you will go for a new language. So it only because of the library we migrated to the new language. C is a song. Huh. So CPP? Correct. 100% CPP here dynamic. Now the question comes, what is your dynamic here? Okay. C as C here static language and 100% the answer is correct. CPP here what? Dynamic language. Now CPP can I call a C play option? CPP can we call a C play option? Correct. SystemVerilog will be called like what? Verilog. Replay groups. Okay. So what is the learning we have? CPP is a dynamic language. Now is a dynamic language. And what about HV? HV is a also a dynamic language. Now we have one more question left out. What is a dynamic and all? See. So I'll answer that question. What is a static and what is a dynamic? Okay. Chalo, you have already learned two languages in your life, C and CPP. What was the necessary for the new language, Java? Why do you want to learn a new language called Java? Correct. See, Java have inbuilt methods. Okay, I'll take right. Okay. Inbuilt method. Okay, I'll take right here. Okay, I don't have. Inbuilt what? Method we have. What about the UVM? Why you need a UVM? Correct. UVM is also an inbuilt method. Okay. So here, what was your understanding here? I think your understanding is now it's like how your software language is being developed. The same what we have developed, our hardware language also. Can you feel that point? Java has inbuilt methods. Now I'll give you explanation on all the topics one by one. UVM also have inbuilt method. Now one by one we will try to understand. There is a one here I have kept a software category, one I have kept a hardware category. So what was the need of a C language? I said like a static language. And Verilog is also static language. And CPP why you moved? Because it's a dynamic language. And SystemVerilog why you moved? Because it's a dynamic language. Now our question is Nitay, what is a static? What is a dynamic? See, imagine there is an adder. What we have adder. For the adder, I'll give you go and do the testing for the adder. Whether the adder is properly working or not, then what you will do? You will send multiple inputs. Imagine we'll give 1, 2, 5, 9, 0, 3, like the multiple input. Do you agree? If I ask you, go and take the adder and do the testing for this, then what you will do will begin checking. We'll take the adder and we'll ask you multiple. Now, adder is there. But the adder, while working, while you are giving an input to the adder, do you want the adder to behave as a subtractor? To give an input, adder need to change its behavior. Example, the adder may be 2-bit. Okay. You don't want the adder to behave as subtractor. Imagine like, do you want when you give an input adder in the runtime to behave as subtractor? Do you want? Chalo, adder actually the adder is example 2-bit. Do you want the adder to behave as a 4-bit during when you give an input? No, right? What you are telling? You are telling that whatever the adder is, its behavior need constant. Adder need to what? Adder only. Right? You don't want to change its behavior. What do you mean by that? Static. Static is a one which means that don't change. Right? So ultimately, what it is, your intention is that hey man, adder is the it need to behave as adder only. I don't want its behavior to change. Okay. Right? So you don't need to change. What do you mean by no need to change? Change. Leave. Input shall. You will give one and two again. After some point of time, you want the input same only one and two one. You want different input 5 times. After that, do you want the same input or different input? Okay. Here, need to change. Correct. What do you mean by need to change? Correct. What do you mean by dynamic? Dynamic means in the runtime you want the behavior to change. Correct. First time you may give one and two. Next time you want 5, 6. Next time 8, 9. In the runtime you want the behavior to change or not? Yes. And what about the design? You don't want it to change. It need to be static. How it is there? It need to be behave same only. Correct. So here you don't want any. Here you want changing. Correct. They have one. Correct. So that was the reason. Okay. Design will be there in Verilog. Correct. Design. Design normally they will write in which language? Verilog language. Correct. Do you remember why we write Verilog? Because this. Okay. And whatever the text bench or input you in the text bench, what will do? You generate an input. Correct. So that will be in which language? SV or UV. Why? They are dynamic. Okay. So among these people, C, C, Java. C is what? Static. Okay. C is what? Dynamic. What about Java? You also what? Dynamic. So if I tell on software that is same applicable for what? Hardware. Hardware also. So this is what? Static. This is what? Dynamic. This language you are more dynamic. So is it now? This is clear why at least we moved from C to CPP. Okay, because we want to get rid of what? Static language. We want what? Dynamic language. Dynamic will be more comfortable or static will be more comfortable? Dynamic. See? Or any doubt? Okay. So anyway, I'll show you one example also, so that then only you will understand what is a static language, what is a dynamic language. If this much is clear, then I'll give you an answer. What is the need of a Java? What is the need of your group? So I'll give you a 1 minute time. If you want to make a note, you make a note of this. Let me know online people if any doubt to this topic. Here you make a note. C is static, CPP or Java, they are all what? Dynamic. So I'll just revise it once again. Now, in the software side, we have learned a language C, CPP, Java. Verilog, in the hardware side, we are learning a new language called as what? Verilog, SystemVerilog, and UVM. What is the problem with the C language or a V language? They are static in nature. C or V are what? Static in nature. And what about the CPP? Dynamic in nature. SystemVerilog also dynamic in nature. Okay. And what about the Java and UVM? They both are dynamic in nature. But what was the need for a new language? Because they have inbuilt methods. Okay. So now what is a static? Static means imagine you have a one design. Okay. Example, adder you don't want to behave like what? Subtractor in the runtime. Do you want adder of 2 bit to behave as 4-bit adder? No, we don't want that. Okay. It means design need to be constant. Okay. And what about the input? Input need to vary. 1 and 2 you are giving. Next time input you want to give as 5903 like the input you want to vary. So if you want input to vary, what do you mean by that? Dynamic. Here you need to change. Here you don't have to change. So where the change is needed in the runtime, there we call a what? Dynamic. Where you don't want to change anything, they are called a what? Static. Clear? Check. So I think that is clear. So I'll do one thing. We'll take one online code. Okay. Let me explore something so that I can make you to feel like what. So let me see, look for any log code. Now, this is a Verilog code, correct? Do you agree? Full adder, Verilog code. Inputs are what? Is the input are static or input are dynamic? Here, over here, by look at this, I'm telling you. You are telling, hey, at A, at here, 0 time, A need to be 0, B need to be 0, C need to be 0. At after 10 say nanosecond, 0, 0, 1. And after 10 more nanosecond, 0, 1, 0. After 10 more nanosecond, 0, 1, 1. Okay. You are predefining an input. Do you agree? Predefining means static. Okay. So is it generating is this generating an input randomly? No, right? There is no randomness here. Okay. See, I'll bring up with one more code. Okay. See, I'll show you one. What do you mean by dynamic? You can feel it properly. By the outcome. Now I'll run the code. Okay, see here. There is a one set of an input. Can you see here? Write operation is happening, and one more set of an input called read in. Do you agree? One write, one read is there. Correct. I'll do one thing here. See, if you remember how many inputs are now generating? Multiple. Correct. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 like this, almost like around 28 50 there. Correct. Can you tell me how much changes I have done in code? Nothing. What I should now 10 of them, I'll make it like make it 50. That's it. Am I telling like, hey man, you take this value? Am I telling, or only I'm telling like 50 set of input you generate? I'm just asking, generate 50 sets of input and automatically it will take an input. Correct. You can see here. See here. 50 sets of inputs are there. Can you see? Can you feel that? Huh?
Yes, sir.
So what is the learning we have got? Okay. In SystemVerilog or a CPP kind of a language, you just tell me what is your requirement. That's it. Okay. It automatically will generate that many sets of inputs for you. Okay. Example. Now, if you take Verilog, okay, that is what automatically will generate, that is Verilog. Okay. So here example, I need to tell, hey man, listen, A you take a value, A, B, C, you take a value like what? 0. A, B, C, you take a value like 0, 0, 1. A 0, B 1, C 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. See, who is giving an input here? We are telling, hey, you take this input. Hey, so at every point of time, I'm suggesting him, you need to take this input, this input, this input. But what about the SystemVerilog? You tell your requirement, automatically it will generate it. Correct. See, in Verilog, some people may have this doubt like dollar random also. So we'll ignore that part as for a while, or else it will be difficult for us to understand. Here, what happened? Here, everything you need to tell. Everything you need to tell what kind of input you need, at what time you need it. But what about SystemVerilog? You don't have to tell anything. Right? Automatically, it will generate sets of input. You tell me how much you need. You need 5,000. You just write 5,000. That's automatically it will generate. But what about in Verilog? In Verilog, you need to define. Correct. So what do you call this? This is a one way. Where input need to be tell input you need to inform in prior. And SystemVerilog, you don't have to inform anything. You just tell in a runtime 100 you need it. Automatically it will generate. Can you feel that point? So this is what? Static or dynamic? Static. And what about HV? Dynamic. Clear? See, still if you not understand, okay. Imagine like, okay, I'll just give you one, okay. There were two HR, okay. HR1, okay. HR2, okay. The HR over there. So I need to tell everything. Okay, you do this one first task, you do this. Second task, you do this. Third activity, you need to do this. Fourth activity, you need to do this. But the HR, okay, he was automatically was knowing everything. Example, one person was okay. He automatically will understand what exactly he need to do in a runtime. Okay, but here what? Everything you need to tell. So you have seen some people in your life. For them, everything, every step you need to guide them. Correct. And some people are there. If you just give a one small input, automatically they will complete and they will come to home. Correct. Okay. They are called like what? Dynamic. In your resume, you will write one word. I am a dynamic person. What do you mean by dynamic person? In your second para or your first para, you will write, I'm a dynamic person. See your major resume. Everything everyone you have written dynamic. Why you will tell dynamic person? Ah, correct. You can take your inputs automatically. Correct. If your manager is there, do I need to teach you how to behave in front of your manager? You will take your inputs automatically. Correct. You will be knowing how to behave. Correct. Okay. If any customer will be coming or client will be coming in front in your company, then you will be knowing right how to behave. Correct. So do I need to train you for that? Okay. So that is what we call it dynamic. Dynamic means automatically and intellectually you can behave it. Okay. So any doubt regarding static or dynamic? Static means fixed format. Fixed format. Dynamic means in the runtime it can change its behavior. Okay. Okay. I hope there is no doubt. Clear? Okay. So anyway, after this, okay, CU is a static. Okay. Now, why you moved from C to CPP? What was the reason? C is a static language. CPP what? Dynamic language. That is the reason you have moved. Why you moved from Verilog to SystemVerilog? Correct. Verilog is a static language. We want a dynamic language, so we moved it. Correct. C is a static. CPP is dynamic. Okay. So why we migrated from C to CPP? Correct. There is one disadvantage need to be there, so that then only we will move it. Correct. So what is the disadvantage? One is a static language, one is a dynamic language. That is what the disadvantage. So we moved it. Now the question is why we migrated. See, if I tell C to CPP, the same will be applicable for what to what? V to HV. Okay. Now why we migrated from CPP to Java or HV to UVM? Why you are migrating? HV is a dynamic language. UVM is also what? Dynamic language. CPP is what? A dynamic language. Java is what? Dynamic language. So where is the benefits? Correct. So if you are talking about C, is a dynamic. Okay. No inbuilt methods. What about UVM? Sorry, Java. What is the Java? It's a dynamic, correct? But it have what? Inbuilt method. See, if I tell anything for a C, that means the same is for your. Clear? CPP is what kind of language? Dynamic. Java is also what? Dynamic. But no built-in methods. What is inbuilt method? What do you mean by inbuilt methods? Okay, so let us understand the methods. See here, you need to understand which language you like more, huh? See language 1, function add, int a comma int b, y equal to a plus b, end function. See now, this is one language you have it in front of you. There is another language in front of you. I'll call a language 2. What is this? Okay, what do you call this person and what do you call this person? No, this one. Function definition. Okay, you call function definition. Okay, let's right. And what do you call this person? Function. Function calling. Okay. So here, what do you call this function? See, there is one language here, and there is another language in front of you. Can you feel that? There is two languages. Can you feel in front of you? One is language one is language one is language two. See, if I ask you, do the coding. One is the definition also you write. Definition also you need to write. Definition you need to write. And calling also you only one language. One language, no need of your definition. Only calling you do. In the question comes, what about the definition? Definition are in language. Create two language. One definition you need to write. Calling also you need to write. One definition already there in what? Library. What you need to do? Calling. Which language you write? Huh? Language two? Correct. That is what called as CP or your system like this one. And this is what your Java gives you. Why you migrated to C? CPP also dynamic. Java is also what? Dynamic. What's the difference between this language and this language? Huh? Inbuilt methods are not there here. Here what? Inbuilt. Okay. So I will write a one note for you here. Function definition and function calling user need to write. Correct? Do you agree? Here what you will do? What about the function definition? See what happened here if you read here. Function definition and function calling, who need to write? User need to write. Okay, so I'll just make a note one small here. Function definition, user headache. Function calling, who headache again? User. Here if I come, function definition, library. Function calling, user. Can you feel the difference? Okay. If yes, okay, make a note of this. Why you want to move to one language to another language. Okay. So after 25 to 47, okay, here you can continue 47 onwards, 48, 49, 50. So the here language one, another is language. So language one, language two. Make a note. So I'll just give you once again overview. The question was that why you are learning CPP. You have already learned CPP. Now why you need to learn one more new language called Java? Or the question was also like this. You learned SV. Why you need to learn new language called UVM? In SV or a CPP, what happened? A definition you need to write. And what about the calling? Calling also, it's your job, user job. Okay, it means that you need to write the definition also, and you need to write what? Calling also. And what about the other language? Definition where it will be there in the library. And what about the calling? You just need to write that shit. Okay. So, or you just need to write this much, but definitions will come. So just make a note. I'll show you in a real time. Okay, how that looks in your UVM and how that difference in your ASIC. Make a note. 25th line to 62 line. That will answer your question. Why you need to migrate? Why we migrated from CPP to Java. Okay, 38 onward. There is graph. I'll give you a 2 minutes time. Come make sure.
చూడాలి ఇప్పుడు కొమ్మిటోని డబ్బాలు వచ్చి వేస్ట్ చూడాలి అసలు ఏతం లేదు
I think you might have read in this, right? Soon you will be in electronics. Okay. 15,000 vacancy. I think you have read in this book. Huh? Correct. So with an immediate requirement, only they're okay. And you should know that already 3 companies have already started fabrications. 5 more companies are on the way. In that, one is a HCL and if I'm not wrong, Foxconn or something. The talks are going on, but government is not giving an approval. The reason is that when one foreign company directly comes into the Indian company without any partnership, the policy will be different. HCL is an Indian company and Foxconn related is a foreign company. Then the agreements need to be happen properly. Okay, until their mutual agreements not happen properly, government will not give approval. So actually, that is what going on right now. Done? Huh? Done? Okay, chalo. We will now. Your question is that Nitesh, okay, can you show me in practical this one? How you have shown what is static, what is dynamic? Can you show me this also? There is inbuilt methods are they needed in UVM, and you need to write everything in a SU. Okay, so I'll see here. Okay, I'll just go. Sure, it's fine. See line number 27. Line number 27. Only observe the line number. The line is a calling or a definition. 27. Where is the definition? Okay. Some people may tell Nitya, you may have written in somewhere else other file. Okay. Do one thing. Show me in which file I have written this one. Okay. Other than library. Okay. Actually, they wait for granting. Correct. They wait for granting. It's a what? Calling. Now the question comes, where is the definition? Definition is present in where? Library. Okay. Now people are asking, can you show me that also? You do one. You just go here, UVM Accelera. What is a UVM accelerator? Accelerator is a company who developed your UVM. Okay. If you go to their website, Accelera website, you can get a library. Okay. Here, library code will be there. Can you see here? You go and download that. See, this is your library. What do you call this? This for silence. What is this? Definition. Definition you have written or it's there in library? Huh? Library. What about as an user? What you did? What a user will do? Only calling. Can you feel that? Only you are doing what? Calling. What about the library? What about the its definition? Present where? In the library. Example, send request. Is it a calling or definition? Calling. It's calling. Where is the definition? Can you feel it? What is the line? Function, send request, and a function. What is this? Definition? Pakka. Okay. What is the wait for? Item done. Calling or a definition? Calling. Calling. Wait for item done. Is it a calling or a definition? Definition. Where it is present? In library. What you are supposed to do? Only calling. Why you migrated from SV to UVM? What was the reason? In SV, definition you write it. Calling you only need to write. And what about the UVM? Calling definitions. Correct. Definitions are present in what? Library. Calling you need to. See, you got a clear idea? Okay. So what I suggest, at least at least one calling you write it and one definition so that you will understand. Okay. Wait for grant. Example you write the one wait for one grant. Example in UVM, the user need to write wait for grant. Just write one line wait for grant. User need to write. So example, we're done. And the wait for grant. Example, where the okay. Um, this one, this portion you tell it is present in library. The user need to do. And what about here? present in library. See, now people may have this kind of question. We say, okay, you have downloaded the Accelera, we have seen that you have unzipped it and you have shown. For this tool, where is the library? You can see here, we are passing what? The line, can you see here? They are libraries one. I'll tell, hey, don't take the library. What I'm telling here? None. None means no library. If no library, do you think the definition he can get? I'll run the code. Okay, I'll do one thing. We'll try this code. Let us observe what will happen. Okay, you got an error already. Correct? Is it working or not working? Not working. Why? Definitions it cannot be able to find where is the definitions are available. I'll add the library here. You see here, I'm adding the library. UVM library. Is it properly working now? Yes, obviously definition it can able to see the definition. Clear? Okay. Chalo. You just make it out of this. Function definition present in library. Function calling you can need to write this one. Okay, at least the what in the UVM case. Then okay. See, okay, I think you got clear idea. Okay, I'll just quickly revise, then we'll move on next topic. Okay, what were your problems for C? What is your C? Static. Why you move to CPP? Dynamic. Can you feel that? What is your dynamic? You just tell how much you need. Immediately it will generate automatic inputs. Correct. And why you move to Java? They are dynamic again. But what is your problem here? What is your problem in your CPP? No inbuilt batch. It takes more time. What about the Java? Inbuilt methods are there. Will take less time. Okay. Now same if I go for a hardware language. I have what? Verilog. Why you move to SystemVerilog? Verilog is what? Static. SystemVerilog is what? Dynamic. So that was the reason you are moving up. Right. Next. You have a why you move to UVM? You have seen, you have practically seen, right? What was the need? In a UVM inbuilt methods are there. Have you seen it? Correct. In SV, what happened? Definition you write it. Then calling also you need to write. What about UVM? Only calling. See, that is the reason I'll tell you. Learning a UVM is far easy compared to your system. Okay. In UVM, there is nothing to learn. What is there to learn? Method name you just remember, correct? Apart from that, what is there? Nothing. So now you tell me which kind of coding you can learn easily. Second language or first language? Second language, correct. So you with UVM you can learn very easily. Keep this in mind. Okay. So people have a myth that without Verilog you cannot learn HP. Without HP you cannot learn UVM. Man, nothing. Okay. If you properly go, if you have an understanding, UVM we can complete first also. Why? They have all what callings. You just need to know which calling I need to do what point after. That's it. Okay. And in HP what happens? If it is a system Verilog, you need to write all the definition. That is more bit difficult. Okay. So the region you move from one language to another. Okay. Here what we call heap like correct. Option means what? Object oriented programming. Here V plus force. Okay. So anyway, so these are the things we have done. Okay. I quickly give one more small language. Okay, script. People are asking like why you need to learn script. Then immediately we start with Verilog. Okay. So I think you got it. Why you move from one language to another. Okay. Now this is script. Okay. So we have Perl, we have Python, we have Shell, we have CDI, we have VB. Now this I call a DB language. What is these people? They are what? DB languages. Okay. And one more DB language is there, PSS. Okay. You can make one more note, PSS. Verilog, then next SystemVerilog came into the market. Next UVM came into the market. What is the next language? Okay. In PSS, what it will happen? Correct. See, here migration from Verilog to SystemVerilog, people understand. Migration from SV to UVM also you can understand. Now the people are asking me, what is the reason why we need to migrate from UVM to PSS? PSS is called portable stimulus. Okay. So let I do one thing. Let me just go through it. Which company has introduced the UVM? Pakka? Okay. 1 minute. The same company, correct? Is it a same company or different company? What is this? Portable stimulus. So So they started portable stimulus from which year? 18 they started, correct? So what happened? Now currently in the market, which language is going on? UVM. Okay. They are developing basis. Okay. Now, example, here if you ask to Verilog or SystemVerilog or UVM, what the tool? You will tell to extraction example, which is from a mental graphics, correct? Similarly, PSS, okay, if you talk with respect to other language, example, cadence. What is this we call? NCCM, correct? People may be aware. NCCM is a tool which we use for this one. For PSS, which tool? For spec. Okay, so I'll just check once again. PSS, cadence, for spec system verifier. Can you see it? For the tool, perspective is a tool name. Okay. What is this? Support Accelera PSS. Can you see here? So this is a new language in the market now. Okay. In the future. they are telling here. So what happened after the UVM? Next in the market, the PSS, portable stimulus. Okay, portable text and stimulus. That now the question comes: do you agree the new language is coming to the market now? Okay. Then the question comes: what is there in that PSS? Actually, I worked in PSS. Okay, during the COVID time around 2019. Okay, I was a part of a PSS team, the Qualcomm. So there I was doing a PSS activity. You know what we will do in the PSS? Don't write any code. You write your requirement in what file? Excel. Okay, just run a perspect tool on that. That will give you C code or V code. That you got it? What? Excel is an input. What is that file? Excel file is an input. Okay, and automatically it will give C code or V code. Okay. Any one of our students who have attended a script, do you have that which one? RAL script ready or protocol script ready to have? Anyone? Anyone have a RAL script or a protocol script? Okay. No, like I'll arrange it tomorrow. I'll show you how that will look like, how it will work. Okay. Anyway, our student already have done it. Okay. The people who attended in script class, they know how the PSS works. What happened? They have seen from the naked eye. I'll just write a name of the protocol. Automatically, within your blink of your eyes, we will develop entire code. Okay. Nothing. Just you write what is your requirement. Example, you will tell Kinite, I need APB protocol. That's it. APB. Only 3 letters I need. What name? Only 3 letters. Just press a button. Automatically, entire UVM code will be written. Okay. You just need to give your requirement in an Excel file. Is it clear? So now what happened? Qualcomm started major projects on PSA. Only company who adopting the PSA very fastly is Qualcomm. Intel yet to start, and other company are now slowly they are starting. Okay, so but it takes time. So okay. Why now the people will think okay, in that case we may lose the job. That is what the next question in your mind. See, it's not for losing a job. What happens? Your day by day, your chips are going complex. Correct. See, if you just see your just 5 years back chip or 10 years back chip, what happened? You had only few facility you need to give it to the user. Now nowadays what? Every day you need to give new features. Correct. So verifying those kind of SOC is becoming very difficult for us now. Okay. So what happened? As per the time, we verification need to happen in 1 or 2 years only. Correct. Entire chip you need to verify in how many days? Hardly you'll get 2 years. Within 1 to 2 years, you need to complete that project. So what happened? In a given time, with the help of UVM, we are not able to meet that requirements. Okay. So Cadence are doing an improvement into their tools. Okay. Instead of NCCM, they brought up a new technology called PSS. Not only Cadence, even Synopsys are there, even Mentor Graphics are there. You can check. All these people started their own tools. Okay. Right now, Cadence have a tool called NCCM. Synopsys have Verdi, and Mentor Graphics have what? Questashi. Similarly, for PSS also, you already got a new tool. But Cadence Perspec is in a market highly trending now. And so keep in mind, so it's not like jobs will be less in the future and all. See, verification is a big heavy headache. Okay. So for doing, we need a new technology. Okay. In Excel file, so Excel file, who will give an input? We are the one who need to give it. So giving to an Excel file itself is an headache for right now, the future. Okay, normally I'll tell you what I used to do. Example, there is one column called processor. Okay, normally I used to suggest MP0. MP0 is one processor. Imagine MP1, MP2, MP3. Okay, like the multiple processors are there. You just tell me which processor you need in the Excel file. Automatically code will be developed for you. You just need to tell which options you need to pass. You need to pass the option in an Excel. If you pass the option, automatically codes will give it will ready and will perform. Okay. Now while you are moving for a PSS also, what happened? Example, we verification people, we use a different language. Okay. There is a one more team called validation team. There is a one more team called system C. There is a one more team called emulation teams. Correct. All the people need to use different sets of their own languages. In the future, if the PSS comes, almost for everyone, the language will be common then. Example, I'll tell you, see how you need to understand. Example, we are a verification team, correct? I use A languages. Now validation team use example B language. Okay. Now emulation team use C language. This is the current problem for us. In the future, what happens? All the three people, they will come on single platform and all will be using what language? A as a language. That's it. Now, in this is a current and this is the future. It's a PSS example. The without PSS. Can you feel the difference now? See, I'll just take a to the back one. Then only I think you can understand. Can you see here? Xcelium. Xcelium means V verification. Verification cadence tool is called as what? NC Sim Vision or Xcelium. Okay. Palladium, Protium, post silicon validation. They all are will work in what? A common platform. Can you see here? Here what happened? UVM or C. Here C. Who will generate? Perspec will do that. Perspec is a tool which will generate your UVM or C language and for other teams. Example, Palladium. Who uses Palladium? Emulation team. Emulation is what? Palladium or Zebu. You heard Zebu or Palladium? They use these languages. Sorry, tools. So with the help of Perspec, he automatically will generate and will give for every teams. Okay, is it clear? So you just write your requirement. Perspec will be there. He will automatically will generate for all the team, A team, B team, C team, D team. For every team, who will give? Automatically, Perspec will give the languages. Okay, so it means in a PSS, what happen? You have a facility. If you write a one requirement, okay, verification, whatever the need, they will, as per the verification team, it will give you the output. For Palladium or for emulation team, it will give the output in a emulation manner. Okay? For post silicon need something else, they will give in a post silicon way. Okay? Any doubt? Okay. You have ready? Yeah. Okay. Any online people have ready that script, protocol script? Okay, no problem. I'll try to arrange it tomorrow and I'll give you one demo so that you can able to feel it. Okay. So that will be the your future PSS. If you are learning a PSS now, okay, if you get a time, there is a manuals are available. Tool is not available in the market. As like your EDA playground or Questa ship, PSS tools are not freely available in the market. Okay, shortly if you start learning PSS, it will be good for your future because we have less engineers with this domain. PSS. Specifically, at least in a Qualcomm, you will have a demand, and other company also started migrating to the PSS, so they need more engineers in PSS now. Okay. Any doubt? So don't be in that position. Okay. No, if you write in Excel file, then we may not need more engineers. Then next, see, we also thought like when the UVM was in the market, only built-in methods we need to write. Definitions are not required. So less in opening will come. But opening are less or more? More. See, don't think in that manner. See, challenges also become more, right, for you. So that was the reason we migrated to the new language. See, when HV was there in the market, when UVM started, people have this fear. Okay, they may lose they may lose it correct job because only calling they need to do. Definitions are not even required, correct? But that is not the case, correct? So clearly for you, this also. Okay, let's move on. Now the question comes here. Okay, I think right. So, see, we have a one requirement now. Anything okay? DV language, okay, I got it very long. You why I need HV, why I need UVM, why I need PSS. So now, if I learn this many language, why I need to learn script? One more new language. Correct. With the Verilog, I cannot do that one. See, one thing you need to understand. They are the DB language. And scripts are what? Scripts are what? Automation language. You people will tell no AI and all. Okay. What is AI? Artificial intelligence. If you just give a small input, it will give you the final outputs. Correct. That is what the AI means, right? Artificial intelligence. Okay. It's a kind of an automation I can call it. Correct. Okay. With a smaller input, it need to do all your work. Example, you may have chat GPT. Okay. At least you need to give small training to have that. Correct. Example, if you need anything, okay. If you want a resume or anything, you need to tell, hey man, I need a resume for design and verification. Correct. At least you need to give a small input to that. Then only it will give you output. Similarly, here also script is what automation language. Okay. So example, Perl, Python, Shell, CGI, VB, and one more either Ruby also there. Okay. They're all what automation language. Anyway, I know five. Now I'm learning the sixth one, Ruby. Okay. People may tell TCL. TCL not required for us. Okay. PD engineers need this one. PD engineer. Okay. As a DB engineer, not required because whatever the TCL will do, in Python I can do that activity. Okay. So why are we so we are the two channels. Yeah, I have a file and get the OS ready. Probably next one. So what happens? What do you have? Automatically it needs to give you have the degree ready. Yeah. Okay. So I'll show you what is an auto. Uh, See here. Now, first, let us understand why we need different languages of a scripting language. Okay. Before I explain more on the script side. Okay. And let me tell you one thing. Okay. In company, more than a verification engineer, I always known as a automation engineer. Okay. People and people do not recognize me as a verification engineer as much as they recognize me as what automation engineer. Okay. So let me tell you what are the different types of work, and my nature is like that. If I get any work, I always see that where I can automate this part. Okay. In a Qualcomm, when I was in a Qualcomm, so as you know that I was working for this in a PSS. I have developed one Python script for there. Okay. Even till today they are using that one. Okay. And so what happened? There was like a big lead. I can tell him my double experience with the people. Okay. The when I was working at that. So I have challenged him like you bring this tool. Okay. Okay. I'll automate everything. See, normally with my equal level of experience. Okay. Example A person and I was a B person. Imagine he was able to do only two projects. He was able to do how many projects? Two. And I was able to handle six projects parallelly. You believe it or not, it's all up to you. Okay, during a COVID time, okay, person A used to work 5 days in a week, and how to that to on how many projects? Two projects. And I was the one who used to work only 2 days in a week in a COVID time. Okay, so and what about 3 days? 3 days learning some different languages or something. Okay, okay, only 2 days I used to work in a call pub. Okay, and remaining see, they given six projects. How many projects they used to give? Okay. So if any new project was used to come, they used to tell, okay, add Nitish. Okay. And I was handling all the six projects only in a 2 days in a week. What I did, entire thing I automated. Okay. So this is in a Qualcomm. Even in a Intel also there is a, when I was working in Intel, if I'm not wrong, like there was one girl from her name is Ashwin. Okay. And I was also there. Okay. What I she used to come 8 o'clock exactly in Intel. If people will reach by 8 a.m. and I was the one who used to reach by 10:30. Okay, so what she used to do punctually with very hard work, and I used to come by 10:30. I used to run a script. We call it a script. I used to run a script going for cafeteria again. Okay, hardly half an hour work. Move to the cafeteria, chit chat and all. Okay. Then again come at almost like around used to come by 12 o'clock to check whether that is completed or not. If any error is there, to look after that. Again, I used to give 1/2 an hour I used to work. Again, I used to go for cafeteria for lunch. Okay. And again, exactly by 4 o'clock, take a bag. Okay. Submit the work to the manager by exactly 4 o'clock, leave for home. And that girl used to leave by 6 o'clock. And there was an error in her activity, whatever she used to do, because she used to do everything manually. Okay, there was a bug or error in her activity, but there was a zero error in my activity. See, what we need engineers. We don't need manual engineers. Keep this in mind. We need what kind of engineer? Automation engineers. Okay, any work if you have, learn a script very well such that you can automate anything. Okay, so anyway, tomorrow when I show, you will get a clear idea. Just in your blink of your eyes, you can
I
develop
have
it.
sent you a script, sir. I have sent you. I have WhatsApp you.
Okay, that protocol script.
Yes, sir.
Can you
Not
just
protocol script, sir. One protocol, just a simple script.
that regression or which one?
As a regression only, it seems.
Okay, I think okay. Just give me 1 minute. I'll just open. Okay, if anyone have protocol script or RAL script, that will be more helpful. You just check. Hey, anyone can share the screen that regarding that regression script. Uh, okay, laptop is there. Okay, so we'll do one thing. I'll just give you a demo from her laptop. Okay, how the script will help you. Okay, so anyway, I'll stop the screen sharing. Okay, okay, she will share the screen. Priyanka. from Rajesh. It's your only. Okay, chalo. Okay. See, they have see handed. Okay. See, first I will understand what was the need of a script, then we will understand which are the languages by which they use some script C and written. What was the intent of this script? Can you just open that log file? Okay. See, they are the log file in the company you also have. Okay. What do you mean by log file? They are the output file. The example you do Verilog, correct? SV or UVM. SV, UVM or Verilog. That output file is called as what file? Log file. It will generate some output, correct? Example, I can tell you this way. Example, you will give some input, correct? A and B, you will give input and you will get some output, correct? The C. The output file can called as log file. Okay. Okay. Now, can you open one log file? Okay. No, not this. For this you have it. No. Error and title are only error. Hold on. Escape, escape GB. GB. Put as any key or you will manage or anything like this. All the file have. What is the error value here? 0. What is the fatal value here? 0. Okay. Normally what happens? Error is 0, fatal is 0. Then we will call that extra what path. What we call path. It's a correct. Okay. If error is 1 or fatal is 1, more than 1. Okay. Any non-zero value. Then what we call them? Failed. People are telling me the error is 0, fatal is 1. In that case, yes, if any one is non-zero, they are called like what? Fail. Both is 0, then only we call like what? Pass. Here, now here one both are 0, then this text. Example, random line. Here text name example. That is what? Passing or fail? Pass. Now can you close this file? Like this. If you have 100 files, how many files? It is full. This many files you have. You need to open each file. What is your job? You need to open each file. You need to look manually. Okay, what is the error? What is the fact? Error value. What is the error value? What is the fact value? See what I do. Or your manager. So I finally need this one. Online people, can you able to see what was the no, right? Okay. See what I need a one Excel file. Okay, they imagine or I need one finally what an Excel file. On the one side A column, I need a text name, and on the B column, I need pass or fail. What I need? Pass or fail. Okay. Now like this. Can you see A column what I have? Session name. Example D column what I have? Password. So do one. Can you generate even and show how it is generated? See, normally for preparation of the Excel file without an automation, normally you need to spend entire one day. Now see they run one small command. Close this file. After automation. Example, select 1, 2, 3. That's it. Only 3 you select. Give me the result of automatically all the 3 all the parts. And automatically even if you the graph. All the 3 are part of the paper. Can you show that Excel file? Part rate you got how many? Can you see that? Now do one text you take and instead of making the part you make it as field. Example, open first text. Okay, example random. Not so scroll down random one random for full random random take it to random one dot the row is passing on. We'll make this one shading. Scroll down. See what is the error number? 0. What is the factory number? 0. It has passed or failed? Okay, can you make the even 10 around? Error number you change. Example now see the binary 1. Now it will be pass or fail. It need to fail. Correct in the Excel file you need to get a fail. Save this file and run the code one. The one sample to tell you how the automation control C up arrow and random 1 2 again you select this. So you don't have to select tilde. Select one by one. First, second. Remember pass was the positive. Now we need to get what? One fail. You correct? Previously you got 100%. Now what is the percentage you are getting? 67%. Can you show me the Excel file also? If you remember it was 100%. 3 by 3 100%. Now what is yours? 2 by 3. What is you? 2 are passing. Out of how many? 3. Only what? 3. It properly works. So now you have only 3 files we have. In the company we have 1000 files. Do you think you have a time to open each file to look at the error report, pattern report? Can you do it manually? Okay, imagine. Even if you have 1000 or 10,000, hardly I need to maximum. Max to max. 1 minute is more than I have. Within that, can able to do it. See what the power of automation. Okay. Can you do? Online people, is it clear what is an automation or how we do the automation? Check. I'll go back to this. So just my intent was that key I wanted to explain what is an automation or how the automation or how the script will help you. If you just remember, okay, if you have seen in her this one, she had lot of file called a.log, b.log, correct? Manually, we don't have a time to open all the file and we cannot write in Excel file. Okay, imagine like I'll give a work to the anyone. There is 100% human error will be there, correct? Okay, one or the other text instead of passing, the person will write as failing. Do you agree? And there will be human error. And what about the script? Zero human error. Correct. So which one we need? Script we need to learn or not? Okay. See, always I tell one thing. Okay. If the people ask, is they really scripting necessary? Okay. Then only one thing I'll tell you. Okay. The people who ask how much script is important, then I'll ask only one question. How much makeup is important for girls? Okay. You take up the makeup from the girl. What happened? Ranu Mandalam. Correct. Okay. So now I can tell you like this. A engineer, VLSI engineer without a script is like a girl without a makeup. What do you mean by this? Okay. Really you want to see the girl now? Take a girl, BC. This is what I suggest everyone. Okay, before you marry any girl, take her to Wonderla first. Okay. Dip her in the swimming pool. As much as. Okay. Really you will feel okay, shall I marry or not? Because Insta DP, WhatsApp DP, okay, she look more than Katrina Kaif only. Correct. Really, whether is it she really Katrina Kaif or Ranu Mandal, if you want to see. Okay. So don't date her. Okay. See, before a marriage, this is one criteria you make it in your life. I'll take her to Wonderla. Okay. See, if you ask any girl, hey, can you wash your face? Definitely she will reject. Correct. And that looks like a rude also. So what is the intellectual way? Take her to Wonderla. Okay. Go to swimming pool. Okay. Dip as much as. Okay. So all colors will go. Okay. If you find before taking and after taking, you bring with her again. Or else you leave there and you go away. Correct. Why to spend the money again on a bringing back also? Correct. Clear? So keep in mind, scripting, how much makeups are important for them, scripting that much important for them. Okay. If you know the script, no, you can do the work like anything. Okay. Else, your job, you will feel like an acting. People will tell, no, I think everyone heard Qualcomm work culture is very hectic, correct? Everyone has heard this one. But I was the one person I can tell you, I was not even feeling hectic. Okay, because you have a power, you know script. Clear. Okay. Check. And last 5-10 minutes, let me revise what is the need of script or script is used for what? Automation. Now, if you want, the people are asking, Nitin, which language shall I learn? Perl, Python, Shell, CJ, VB, which kind of language you want me to learn? See, if there is any file related automation, you need which language? Perl. Python is also for the same language, file related automation. Okay. And if it is a tool related automation, tool or terminal, tool related automation. what do you need to do? Shell script. Sorry. Okay, shell or shell script. Why you need shell? Okay, for tool related automation. CGI, full form is Common Gateway Interface. Common Gateway Interface. This is for internet-based automation. Why you need internet-based automation? VB, this is for GUI-based automation. See, now if you are asking which script shall I learn? Okay, the answer to your question will be, what is the application first? Is it an automation you need to do for file? Go for Perl or Python. If you want to do automation for your tools or terminal, go for shell. In internet, you need to do some automation. Okay, go for CGI script. If you want to do any automation related to GUI means what? Graphical user interface. Go for what? VB. Okay. People may tell like, okay, Nitin, I can do all the with the help of Python. 100% everything you can do with the help of Python. Specifically, this language is more powerful. Okay. So still, if you tell me only suggest me only one language which I need, then I can. Okay. So whatever you can do from other languages with Python, everything. Okay. Example. Can I create a GUI? People are asking like from the Python, can I create a GUI? What do you mean by GUI? Graphical user interface. Yes, you can create. In Python, it will take 5 minutes. VB.NET, I take hardly one. So nothing like you cannot do. You can do if you learn only one Python, that is more than enough. You can do all the activity. But other language has a command in that activity. If you want to create a GUI, graphical user interface, okay, with a zero coding, not even hardly I can tell zero coding. Okay. Then for VB.NET you can create a button, you can create a tab, anything you can do. Therefore, okay. In the VB, what happens? The code will be automatically backend, it will automatically be read. So just bring that box, any box if you want, any tabular box or any project button. They bring it automatically, the code will automatically read. Right? See, again in Python, again you need to write. In VB, that is also not required. Code will be automatically written. So they tell you what is the requirement, how you need your panel. It will automatically clear. So is it clear? We have different types of an automation and we use for this activity. Okay. And I have given a one simple. What is an automation? How the automation looks. So, do you think automation is necessary? At least in today's era, AI. Okay, we need it. Correct? Artificial intelligence. Okay. So make sure you learn all this. Definitely, you will find a changes in your. So, so many people will tell anything. I don't want to learn script. No problem. It's all up to you. Then get ready to do manual work. That's it. See, just one small incident, I'll tell you. Just almost 15 days back, one synopsis person came. Okay. He came to the institute, like the reason why he came, because he was in different domain. It might be like an emulation way. Sorry. He was in a standard shell. Okay. And he don't know script or anything. Okay. Whatever the work he used to get, everything he used to do manually only. Then after talking to me, he got to know, okay, they are powerful of a script. Okay. Everything, being a 7-year experience, everything he's doing manually. Not only him, lot of people you will find in an industry who do everything manually. Okay. Be a smart engineer. Okay. If you want to do hard work, it's a waste of your time. Nothing you'll get. So I said no. a person with a script is like without a script is like what? Girl without a makeup. Okay. If you remove a makeup from a girl, you will look the girl will look like this one. Okay. Take her to Wonderla, you will see the actual this one. She will look like Ranu Mandal only. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. She can you see this one? Without makeup? With makeup. You know this girl. Okay. Anyway, she also went a viral girl. She a viral lady. Huh? She a beggar. Yes. Okay. Okay, we'll do one thing. I have given all the languages introduction. Okay. Now my work will be next to deep dive into the Verilog. Okay. So from tomorrow, what is your data type? What are the continuous assignment? What is your procedural assignment? Okay. Why in a always also you have different types of always latch, always flip flop, always combo, always this one. Uh, what is the difference between monitor, display, that and all? Okay, so a lot of things, or so that all will go one by one. Okay, so we'll do one thing. We'll wind up for the day. Tomorrow onwards, we'll be so whatever the introduction I wanted to give for languages, I have given. We'll start. Anyone have any doubt?